So, James, you could go ahead and start with your list. And, what new anime you have been watching in 2024, what grabbed your eye, and like what you liked about it.
So in 2024, what one of the ones that really grabbed my eye was I had a couple. I had a good bit of them. Uh let me get into it. So to start the year off was like solo leveling, of course, was
Yeah,
they dropped that. So that was pure gas.
yeah.
We love solo leveling over here. Um in that same year, Delicious and Dungeon was one that I really gravitated towards because I like the premise of it. I like the fact
Mm-hmm.
that they had to go, they out of money, out of time, they
Right.
had to go into the dungeon, and it was the main character's lifelong dream to eat monsters anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like the perfect scenario for him to where he can go fight monsters and
Mm-hmm.
whatever he kills, he eats. So that was fun, and, especially seeing the reactions of the thief, and I'm terrible with names, so I don't really know the names like that. But the thief and the elf going
Yeah.
crazy. My boy, they met the dwarf, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm right on board with you. I know exactly
Right.
how to do this. I've been doing it for years." So I'm like, "Yeah, that's funny." So that one is really good to me. Go Loser Ranger on Hulu is
Oh, I heard
really
about that
good.
recently.
Man, I love when you take predominantly good type of protagonists
Mm-hmm.
in Power Rangers or if it's cops or whatever it is, and they have a dark side, like the boys
Yeah.
in a sense. Like the boys meets Power Rangers, where they have a whole system where they're fighting these monsters, and it's all a facade. That's all for fame and fortune.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a academy where they train to be rangers, and once you move up the ranks, you can either become to actual red ranger or blue. Well, I think they call it
Mm-hmm.
dragon warrior, and all of them are crazy because they want that number one spot. They want to be this and that thing, and they're fighting these monsters, but in reality, the monsters are already gone. They already
Oh.
took them out and everything. So the the actual protagonist is a henchman monster. Like in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the ones that's like
Okay.
the
Yeah,
little
yeah.
clay rocks or whatever.
Yeah.
But he can transform and stuff like that. So he infiltrates the academy
Mm-hmm.
to get his revenge on them for beating them, pretty much treating them like slaves, beating them down
Mm-hmm.
every Sunday. They have like a big uh rally to defeat the monster of the week or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
he's tired of it. He's tired of it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna do something about this. But he's actually weak, so he has to really play
Oh.
mind games with him. And come to find out, there are other cadets that have different motivations, but
Mm-hmm.
they have like the same goal of becoming a better ranger. So
Okay.
he kind of teams up with them,
Uh-huh.
and it's really cool. I really like the theme of it. Um, the other one that I got a whole list, but I'm gonna give you two more. um, did the Witch and the Beast come out in 20? The Witch and the Beast,
Yeah, I think it came out this year.
yeah, it came out in 2024. It came
Yeah.
out early. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's
it came
true.
out early. Yeah, so The Witch and the Beast is another good one. It's a gothic style animation. So you don't really see too many of those nowadays more. Everything is more like glossy and real
Shiny,
flashy. But this,
polished.
yeah,
Yeah.
polished. But this one has like a golf style to it. It's a little shiny, but it's gorgeous, gothic. And it's a
Is it
witch.
like gothy, like same like Claymore or like Full Metal is?
It's a little flashier than Claymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's new style Claymore. That'd be the best way I
Mm.
can. Like it's the new generation style Claymore, where it's dark, gritty. Um, and the premise behind this one is you have a witch that's in an association. They get called upon when something supernatural happens in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They send out agents and everything. So this witch, he is assigned with this female who is actually the beast or whatever. Come to find out, she's actually a he that was transformed into a woman by a witch. Uh,
Oh.
so his thing is he's trying to get his body back. They have to either find a witch that can break the curse or the original witch. So his thing is he's assigned to this other witch, whatever, that can go and dispel the other witches, and they go to certain cities, taking care of things, hoping that they run into a witch that can
Okay.
help them.
Right.
And the stories are really good. Like, and then they had a one where they did a whole necromancer one. It was phenomenal. That is, it's really good. That one's on Crunchyroll. Go Go Lose Ranger is on Hulu, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hulu and Disney Plus. And then I have another one. Isra is another one on Hulu that came out in 2024. This one might lose some people because it doesn't really have a main character. What they do
Okay.
is they introduce, it's a planet where they have multiple people being isekai into that world, new heroes from other worlds. That they call them other
Right.
worlds. And they had a true demon king, but he was defeated. So now somebody wants to be the new demon king, going around causing problems. So they introduce certain heroes, someone from that world, someone from other worlds,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all setting up to for this big tournament style battle. And you kind of pick who you want to root for. So
Mm.
each episode they introduce a new person. It's a have an epic battle or something. By the end of the first season, they had like a little war between two countries, and some of the heroes went at it, and it was really good. Animation is really good. This the second season is going on now.
Mm.
Um, but Ishura is another one of my top picks. Got another one like Elusive Samurai.
Oh, the
Uh,
Elusive Samurai. I actually did start that. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
that one's really good. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like the different animation styles that they use on it.
Okay.
Um, Wistoria Wand and Sword. That
I
one
did
is
hear about
like
that one. Yes.
that one. People say it's either like a fake Black Clover or a fake
Uh.
Marshall, because the character is in a world where everybody uses magic, but he can't use magic, and
Uh
he uses a
huh.
big sword. So, but it's the animation is beautiful. Animation is beautiful. Got some good fight scenes. Has a little not really questionable things, but I'm pretty sure I know the big twist of it. But
Mm.
he has a male roommate that's like in love with him, and I know a lot of people was like, "Oh my god, it's boy love," and I don't think it's boy love. But even if it is, it's not a problem with me, as long as I don't get too
Yeah.
crazy with it. But yeah, those are some of the best ones that I have a list on. Like I said, I got a whole list. We can put it in the description if we want to. Um, but yeah, those are some really good ones.
Yeah. Two of these are fantasy. Well, three of them are fantasy. Are you a big fan of like fantasy anime, or do you just kind of like whatever anime really like, you know?
I gravitate towards like supernatural horror. So most of the time, like
Mm,
supernatural fantasy, something a little serious, maybe a little sinister with it. Like it don't have to, always have to be horror, but psychological, not really psychological, but thrillers.
yeah.
With like a little sinister plot. I gravitate towards those, but I will watch. Long as the first 3 or 4 episodes catch me, I will watch it.
Mm.
It has to catch me in the beginning. Um, I would try anything once when it comes to anime.
Have you ever watched Tomodachi Game?
Tomodachi Game, I know about it, but I haven't watched it.
Okay.
Survival, yeah, survival. I'm not a big fan of survival animes, but
Mm-hmm.
survival game animes like High Rise Invasion wasn't really that good to me the
Mm-hmm.
first couple of episodes. But I got called out for that one time when I did a review, and people was like, "Oh my god, doing like High Rise Invasion? That was tough." And I was like, "Listen, it didn't grab me. I'm sorry."
Right. Right.
But I did like Battle Game, 5 seconds Battle Game. I did like that one. I like Future Diaries. I
Mm-hmm.
like what's another one? Darwin's Game is really good. Uh, trying to think of another one that's like on the top of my head. Um, I can't. After that, like Darwin's Game, Battle Game, 5 seconds, Future Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm missing one. But I can't really think of it right now.
So you said one of these is a isekai, right?
They have isekai characters. Like it's
Okay.
yeah, you're within the world that these people came to. Like they
Mm-hmm.
have a guy he's a swordsman, and he looks like he's from the modern era, but he has like a he has his sword is beat up like Kenpachi's sword from Bleach,
Yeah.
from Sakura Kenpachi. So, but he's strong. He's a real strong swordsman, and he can slice up through anything, whatever. But he's walking around like with a jacket on and coat. But within their world of magic, they're more um they're not like Victorian era or nothing like that, but they're more like wizarding character wizard. Some certain areas are more like wizard academy school era. That's like the first episode. You meet a girl, she's in the academy with her
Mm-hmm.
friend. Some crazy shit happened to her, her friend. And then you go to another part of the place where it's more like village style, where it's I'm trying to think of what like the era would be, where it's trading and people have like the fruit basket cards, like a Airbender, like Avatar Last Airbender,
Uh-huh.
that type of time period. Like it's
Right.
more village based, but it's buildings and stuff, but it's not like technology and stuff like. There's still horse carriages and stuff like that. So they these outer worlders come in there and they have certain powers. Like one of them, he is very quick. The other one, she
Mm-hmm.
uses a mech spider robot.
Mm-hmm.
She has a like a neural link to it. Another guy has an angel that looks after him. Like he like every time somebody try to kill him, his angel just kills him. You can't even see her. Like she hides from him and stuff like that. Another girl, no matter what she says, comes true. Like that's her power. Like she can say,
Really?
yeah, she can say, all the air in your lungs is gone and you just start suffocating. Like that's her power. Like she's OP as hell.
Oh.
So I think they call her like something to whisper or something like that. They got like a 3-armed dragon wyvern. He's not a dragon, but he's a wyvern.
Mm-hmm.
He's flying around collecting all types of artifacts. You know, he has this one sword that can be this length and then it chains out like, a chain or whatever. It's real good. It's a lot of different characters. Like I said, some people might not gravitate towards it because they need that one person that they can hold on to.
Yeah.
But this one is more like we introduce this character, we introduce this character, we introduce this
Yeah.
character, and you pick what hero that you want to root for, and then when the battle happens, best man wins.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. That's different from like, I guess the first example that comes to mind for me is like My Hero. Because you have class
mhm.
1A and like there are all the different kids in class 1A, but like we're following Izuku. It's his
Yeah,
story.
yeah,
So it's not
yeah.
exactly like that. You're just following everyone's story. Is there like
Hmm.
how in Blue Lock there's Jinpachi Ego? He's like in control of the Blue Lock experiment kind of. Is there something
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
in the show?
The narrator, most
Okay.
for the most part, you have the narrator. He'll come up and start saying stuff about like this is who this person is, and they'll give them their name. But the common theme is that a battle is about to the tournament of heroes is going to happen. That's the
Okay.
common theme. Um, in the first season, we did see a general that was getting ready to have, like I said, it was a war. At the end of the season, it was a war between two countries. A
Mm-hmm.
country that broke off, a person broke off from one country and started her own countries because she wanted to be known as the true demon king, the next true demon king, and she ended up going to war with her original country. But and we see her throughout the season, so one might say that she's the main character, but she didn't. She's not. She's just a vocal piece to get
Okay.
everything aligned.
She's
So
kind
in a
of like
sense, kind of like that.
she essentially is like the tipping point for the conflict, but we don't know her well enough to like consider her the main character. You could say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It's based off a light novel, a
Mm-hmm.
couple of light novels, which I've been meaning to read. Yes, mom. Well, go ask mommy. I'm on the phone call. I'm gonna call right now. So yeah.
Okay, and I was also interested in like the witch and the beast because I feel like I
Hmm.
had heard about this anime a little bit, but I hadn't
Yeah,
taken some time to watch it. And you said it's a little more like it's a little more polished than Claymore in terms of like the
yeah,
animation or like the visual style.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's it's very dark in certain areas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I say, it's not as foggy as Claymore would be, mainly because of the time period when Claymore came out.
Mm-hmm.
This one's more polished, but it is a gothic style animation. The main character, the witch, he has like slick black hair with tattoos and stuff, and he uses power is more. It's not like magical circles or anything. It's more like his tattoos will come to life, or he'll do like
Oh.
use crows and stuff like that. The beast, she's like very hot headed, and
Mm.
she's like hot tempered, said the wrong thing, she's flying at you with a fist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, act first, think last. That's her.
Mm.
That's the motto for her and everything. Because in reality, she's actually just hulking man. Like we see in the first episode, you'll see the transformation, but it's extremely I wouldn't say extremely violent, but it can be violent for some people. Not for
Mm.
me, because I watch like Devilman Crybaby and um made it for abyss
Right.
made in abyss and stuff like that. So it's not that violent to me, but for some people I can see them thinking like, holy shit, this was pretty bloody. So it just depends on on your tolerance. But it's I think it's gritty would be the best way to put it. It's gritty.
Mm.
It's not too big on, you might not get that many happy endings
Okay.
for certain people and stuff like that. So
So it's pretty like gritty, high fantasy, a lot of like witches, and then it's
mhm.
more it's more dark in the storytelling and in like the material of
Yeah.
the Witch and the Beast.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. You will.
Okay.
It's a week to week monster of the week type style as well. Like, well, witch of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Witch of the week would be the best way to put it. The underlying story is him, the beast, trying to get his body back, and the witch is helping him.
Mm.
But they travel to different cities each episode. In one, you actually meet a necromancer and her counterpart, and they kind of take over that episode, which was, I'm hoping they do like a spin-off for them because it was really good as well.
Mm.
So yeah, which is near about the last few episodes, you get like some more detail of how you can see the next season play out.
Mm. So it's like a
Hmm.
revenge story,
Yeah, for
essentially.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Keep this curse stuff off me.
I think I'm gonna check it out because a lot of times when I see revenge stories in fiction, it always ends with like, forgive the person, let it go, like revenge is a
Yeah, I
good
hate that.
answer. Get your look back.
I we are listen. We watched Invincible's new season has started up. They dropped the first 3 episodes, and I am so frustrated with Mark. I am so
Wait,
frustrated with
don't
that.
spoil it
But
because I
I'm not
haven't
gonna spoil
watched.
it for you. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm so frustrated with that motherfucker. But
Yeah, I definitely have to hop on Invincible because I haven't even like started season 2 yet. I'm still behind on my watch list.
ah, yeah, I understand. I understand. Listen, I'm
Yeah.
the one say I'm still on first season of Doctor Stone, so I understand.
Oh my god. I'm trying to get through like the science stuff, because like my
Hmm.
brother seems to like it a lot, so I want to watch it. But at the same time, it's like, oh my god, we need to get
It's
to
a
the
lot of
story.
it's a
Like, get to
lot
the
of
story.
explanation of how he did
Yeah.
certain things. Yeah, I'll tell you right now. I know exactly what episode I'm on when
Mm.
they when the brute came loose and fought the lion form, and he's like, "Nah, we shouldn't tell him about the water or whatever." And then old boy come up talking about, "Yeah, I got the more the rock water." And he's like,
Bro.
"What the
Yep.
fuck?" That was the last thing I saw. That was
Yeah.
the last thing I saw.